On yesterday's show, we heard from our Australian correspondent, Chris Russell, and he said last week Australia had the biggest one-day lift in wool prices ever. Now, we need to put this into context because wool prices had slid off the back of what's happening in China versus US trade wars. So, in context, it was a big jump back from a big slide. Let's see how that affected the New Zealand markets in the past week or so, and we'll welcome on to the country our wool correspondent, Grant Edwards, GM of PGG Rights and Wool. And have we seen a similar bounce back here, Grant?
Yes, Jamie. Afternoon to you and all your listeners. We certainly did, and you've summed it up pretty well there. We saw post Australia go into a recession for 3 weeks, and we had a lot of uncertainty in those world financial markets through that time. As you say, the trade wars, we've got Brexit, we're seeing what's happening in Hong Kong, creating quite a bit of uncertainty and stability around there. So through the period of that sort of late July, August, we saw slips in the market in Australia because we don't largely sell our fine wool, really get into that market until early September. We saw slips over there of $3 to $5 clean a kilo. The bounce back that occurred early last week was over half of that, which bounced back. We had a large sale in Christchurch here last Thursday of those finer wool types, and that was certainly very reflective of it, and it was good to see. You know, we're certainly globally, the view of the global markets is that reflection of what the New Zealand merino and half-bred wools worldwide, for the quality of them, it just increases. You know, we here in New Zealand, we don't get affected by the droughts, etc., to the same extent that Australia does. So the quality of the wool that we produce worldwide just increases in its standing, and we certainly see that reflected in the markets, Jamie.
All right, Grant, let's move on from fine wools, because at the end of the day, we're in the business in this country mainly of selling stronger crossbred wools. It's been a very hard ask in recent times. Are we seeing any light at the end of the tunnel?
It's fair to say it's still a hard ask, Jamie. We had a sale in Napier yesterday. We're through the prelim of the crossbred adult wools, selling some hogget wool, so there's not a lot of crossbred wool in the market at the moment. But the market, at best, is ticking over. We saw a slight decline yesterday. We're seeing passing rates of around that sort of 15 to 20%, where growers are expectations, and it is their wool, and we reflect that. You know, we're in the service industry to offer best outcomes for the growers, and they'll make their calls accordingly. But it's just sort of ticking over. So no, not a lot of light, though. We have the Nanjing Wool Conference is on next week. Our GM of export has gone over there, so we'll certainly get a lot more direct signals, if you like, post that, but it's still a hard ask. It's still tough going.
All right, just to finish on, I guess the wool industry almost goes into a bit of a hiatus at the moment around lambing, except for the pre-lamb on some of those later lambing merinos or high country sheep. Is that shearing still going on, or is it stopped now?
We're getting well through the shearing of those adult sheep, so we've got another big sale in Christchurch because, as you know, the fine wools tend to all come through the South Island. We'll get another big sale next week. We'll have over 1,000 bales of merino wool. We'll have more than that again in the half-bred wool. So it's getting through that, and we're now into the hogget wools, Jamie.
Grant Edwards, General Manager of PGG Rights and Wool. Good to chat on the country, and we'll talk again next month. And as we say every month on this segment, let's hope for a bit of a lift in the wool prices. That's much needed.
Certainly, Jamie, and we are hearing overseas, you know, more and more about the biodegradable, sustainable. We just need to see that transferred right back to the growers' pockets.
Good things take time. Thanks, Grant.
Thanks, Jamie.